Ndiphilile nam. Mama ndicela kwamkela lapha kuthizo lwethu.
Enkosi molweni baphulaphuli.
Wale baba ndicela sicacisele firstly about the participation ye-females in the science and research field. Ingaba ungathi ngowuphi okanye ungasixelela luthini phofu about women and science?
What I can say is participation in women in science as compared to now. But they were playing a significant contribution because in Bali, challenges that women have faced in science, the accomplishments that they have faced, they have done, and strategies that they implemented for peer-reviewed with scientific journals. However, it was issue of science that you find most women, like science is like your zoology, your botany. But as time went on, from the centuries, 1000, we saw it grow because population increased, and also there was also a growth, the scientific innovation, and then more women, they participated in science.
Mama, what would you say is isizathu sokubana abantu abangomama okanye abantu abazii-females bathande ukunqaba okanye unqongophala kwi-field ye-science and research?
There can be a number of reasons. Firstly, after year 1000 we saw the growth. Most women, they tried to have PhD degrees, so like psychology, but they were more encouraged to take clinical psychology and educational psychology. And the reason was because they can work in hospitals and in social workers. But in 1966, Urozista published a research whereby showed that there were 36% women with masters and 26% male with masters. However, the women are faced with a number of challenges. I'll just make one example, something that has been recently found in South Africa as well. You find that women with the same credential as the male and the same experience, that they don't get the same salary doing the same job. However, it's something that has been now flagged to our decision makers in South Africa. It's something that now the decision makers are trying to resolve. So there are quite a number of challenges that women find themselves in while they are in the science field.
Yes. Mama masise kuwe ke ngoku as umama okwi-science and technology, as a woman in science and technology rather, and ndicela uthi gqaba ngejeni yakho kwi-science and research.
Okay. My thing I can say is designer because I'm from design, and I went to UCT and then from UCT to CSIR, and then I did my PhD through a studentship at CSIR, but now I'm in Tony University of Technology as a lecturer and as a researcher. So our research, what we're focusing on, we're trying to find new methodology on synthesizing as many compounds as pyronucleases. And the reason Sifuna Ukwenda is compound is so that this is greener for a number of biological activity, especially antibacterial activity, because the antibiotic resistance has been called one of the world's most public health problems. So if bacteria, they are becoming stronger and they are becoming resistant to antibiotics. So we're trying to be one of the research scientists that are trying to find ingredients that we can fight this battle.
Mama sifunde ukubana ke you have won an award ye-women in science and research ethi vele phaya kwi-Department of Science and Technology. Cela usibalisele ngomsebenzi wakho owothi uthe wakuphathela imbasa kwaye sithethe nangecareer yakho ikubeke njani ngoku?
Okay, thank you. The award is by Women in Science award from Department of Science and Technology. In the DST, Department of Science and Technology, a call that South Africa can nominate scientists that are women and they are showing excellence in their work. So what happened is when I was doing my first day, about to complete my first day with the my supervisor nominated me to be one of those scientists and their categories. And at the end, I was one of the people that received the award in 2011. And each year, that award has a theme. So in 2011, it was called Life and Earth, and this year, the theme for this year is called Science for a Sustainable Future. And the reason for this award, what Department of Science and Technology is trying to do is trying to encourage the next generation to see that there are women who are in science, not to have excuses that because of 1, 2, and 3, I can't do science, but to encourage and profile women scientists. So this year, the theme is Science for Sustainable Future. And I think the Minister of Science and Technology has been talking about the Millennium Development Goals. So for this year, it's Science for a Sustainable Future. And the Millennium Development Goals is Zopela for 2015. So they are trying to recognize women that are contributing towards the Millennium Development Goals.
Mama wena ngawapha amazwi okukhuthaza abantwana abatsha okanye abantwana about joining the field of science and research beyond high school. Make emphasis ke ukuthi singamantombazana amatsha mama.
Firstly, I would like to say, there's that saying that the educate a woman, educate a nation. And I would like to plead to young girls that they should embrace self-leadership, which is actually taking yourself from one point to personal growth and to excellence. And no one is going to do it for yourself, because you guys are the greatest resource of this nation. So no one is going to do it yourself. Embrace your self-leadership and practice your maths on a daily basis. Yes, good.
Wow. Mama Qwebani ndisokhulule, kindly highlight the opportunities that abantu abatsha ingakumbi thina singamantombazana can take advantage of apha ku-field science and research.
Things like chemistry, like engineering, your science studies, that is very, very important that while you're still in high school, I have to emphasize that you run away from math literacy. You do your pure math, so that you can get into the field of science as soon as you finish your matric. Otherwise, if you do math literacy, you have to branch and do your foundation and things like that. So do your pure math, and you can choose subjects like engineering, chemistry, whichever subject that you are passionate to do. The sky is not the limit. You have great potential within yourself.
Mama, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alright, okay, man. Sisukile ku science and technology wethu esinokona nomama Tozama Qwebani oyi-lecturer phaya elanto ke lecturer via TUT sebulela kakhulu sivile into yobana thina singamantombazana masibe involved ku-science and technology.
Young women, the world is your oyster. Conquer it.
Igama lam ndingabongile manga ndenza i-true breakfast rhoqo phakathi evekini uqala ngoMvulo uyotsho ngoLwesihlanu from 6 to 9.